Hey everybody, Pastor JJ from over at Flushing United Methodist Church. I just wanted to take a quick second and talk about, I've seen a lot of stuff in the news about fake news and conspiracy theories and QAnon and, lots of that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to take a moment to give you guys a little bit of guidance on how to engage with that stuff in the world. So I just wanted to show you this real quick scripture. It's 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. And I'm only going to give you one verse because that's all you need. It says, "Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world." Test every spirit. And so now they're talking about people who come from God, talking about religious leaders and stuff. And maybe you have heard of people, church leaders or televangelists who have made prophecies, or they've been praying over things and they have said, this is what's going to happen. And then it doesn't happen. And that's a very simple test. If someone is wrong, then what they are saying is clearly not from God. There's tons of examples in the news lately because there were a lot of people who made predictions that ended up being wrong. Last summer, there's a fella, his name is Kenneth Copeland. He's a billionaire televangelist, TV religious personality. But he declared that COVID-19 was done. He put out a video where he just declared it was going to be gone, and he called down the power of God, and it didn't work. And that's a very simple test that shows us he is not from God. His ministry, it is not real. He's a false prophet because the real prophets don't get it wrong. Right? And the Bible's very clear about that. All the way back into the Old Testament, real prophets don't get it wrong. And I think that this applies not just to the religious stuff, but also you see all that stuff about fake news and different news sources. And I feel like there are so many different networks and websites and all these different sources of news. And you just don't know what to believe anymore because I'm getting totally different stories depending on who I talk to. I've got my conservative friends and my progressive friends, and I talk to them. I get totally different stories of the same event. And so the guidance is the same. Test the spirits to see whether they are from God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world. Test the spirits. And then apply that to a news story. Test the news story, all right? Don't just take these things as fact. Fact check the things that are in your life. If you have a post that you want to share on social media, double check it. Make sure it's true before you send it out there. And if you are going to a news source that is frequently wrong, if they are posting things that you later discover are false, stop listening to that news source, right? I mean, they're clearly not trustworthy, and some news sources really aren't trustworthy. So test it, put it to the test. Is this factual? Have you seen this from other sources? Can you lay out where you've seen other evidence, or do they keep getting it wrong and then claiming that there was some mix-up and then they get it wrong again and again? Test every spirit and apply that to our news cycles as well. There's so much fake information going around, and I think the guidance from Scripture for Christians is pretty clear. We need to test every spirit. And that's okay. It's not that you're being untrustworthy. It's not that you're being unfaithful. This is what we have been taught to do. When you are interacting with something, test it, double check it, fact check it, make sure it's true before you just share it to the rest of your people. All right, you guys have a great day. Bye.